you guys a quick stream. Welcome to the stream. Hope you guys are liking what's going on. So today we're going to be drawing something different. Let's drag that there. There you go. Hello. So I'm going to be looking this way because I've got the artwork in front of me. We're drawing something different, completely different than usual. And it's London because it's for someone. Yeah, you can see that. All right. So we're going to grab a fine liner. Let's grab a really fine liner. And we're just going to go over the little details. It's going to take me a while, so I'm going to turn off this camera. I'm literally going to go into. We're literally going into all the detail because all the detail needs to be going into. We need to go into it nice and neat. So that's what I will be doing. So I thought I'd give you guys like a look behind what I draw and what I do in these videos. These are streams, just a quick like look behind how I draw and my skills and yeah, just that kind of thing. This is one of them. And I've put the chat next to it so it's there. So if you guys want to comment, not a lot of people do. You feel free to, but if you don't. I do have a picture up in front of me of what I am drawing because I need to know what I'm drawing. But I'm gonna quickly, before I even do that, I'm gonna go to my streams and see if I'm actually streaming on my platforms. Yeah. So I don't know if you guys follow me on all my platforms, but don't forget to go and follow me on my Twitch and on my Facebook and on my YouTube. These are where these stream to. I'm finelining it, but this is getting painted. This whole thing has been painted. I'm finelining it so I can see the details so I can rub out everything else. And I'm literally just finelining the little details. The detail is not even like most of the details. I'm only fine like blocking in details. There are some details that I won't even do until we got paint. Like, so that bit, we're not finalizing that yet. We'll do this bit where you have like lines here and here. And then there's a little. So that's as much as finelining we will do. That bit, and then the rest won't be. Because literally there is a square in there. Now, as you can tell, I'm using this on canvas. If you like look really closely, I'll show you. If you look really closely, this is canvas. So then when I come to do it painting, it becomes much easier and tolerant to the paint. And you can see I've done the buses and everything. This is all drawn by hand. I haven't traced. I haven't done anything, but this was done yesterday. I spoke to my people, or my grandparents. I'm doing some of my grandparents. And they asked me to do a scenery. So I did this. I thought this would be cool. I've done this before. This is not my first rodeo, so this is why it's better. I did it a while back, but I did it for more of a couple of years back. There was a bombing on the bridge, this bridge. And I did it so where people died, 9 people died, and in certain places they died, just for like a tribute to remember what happened that day, because that was a sad day for everyone, because no one knew it was happening. No one knew to expect. And these people were just going there to work. It's very sad times. So we got that done. Then we're going to go ahead and do this bit. So before we do any of this, just going to add the bridge in. So the bridge things is there, and this is like I've been saying in most videos, this picture is so much of false perspective. So like smaller the objects and the way it looks, you've got to draw it in a certain way, false perspective. If you don't, it won't look right, because that is going across there. But in real life, it looks completely different. And that's just because of the way it looks in this picture. We're just going to add it smaller. Okay, and then there's this little lamp post here. Just adding that little lamp post. I don't know if you guys can see the artwork. Let's share the actual picture I am drawing right now. So that is the picture that I am drawing, and you can see if we go on there is like the picture I'm drawing. That's like different styles. You can tell that's more of a realistic photo that a photographer took. So I'm drawing that right now. This is the drawing. So you can see it's a lot of similarities, but not at the same time. I've done it in my own style, but it looks kind of like it. Okay, so then we got that. I'm trying to figure out the lines. And I don't want to mess this up at all. I want to keep this as nice and as clean as possible. And it's like learning to do this. I haven't done something like this, like this detailed in painting in a while. So that's why I'm a bit anxious. I don't normally do paintings like this. Thing is, doing this, I don't on a drafting table, so it's nice to lean, but it does fall off a lot. It moves, as you can tell. Now try to figure out this bit. Now this bit goes all the way to the top. There's a little gap. So we've got to get this as detailed as possible without losing detail at the same time. That's what I'm trying to do. Without losing detail, I want to get as detailed as possible. Now the little writing inside, we will get that too. We will get that with a brush. So then we can, that little detail in there with the little writing, get that with a brush, just so you know. We're not going to forget it. And up here, there's these little poles that go all the way to the back. And then we have like, here is the little dot for that, and then we have the number plate there. Sorry, this is not an easy piece to do. I'll try and get as much detail as possible without ruining the photo. So if we show you what I am doing, this is the little bus, and that's what I'm actually drawing there. So feel free to chat in the description. Right, this will be like, some of the detail will be lost as well. So I am doing as much detail as I can, but without ruining the piece. So detail will be lost when you do a piece like this at all, anywhere. So I'm trying to keep as much detail without losing it. Because if you can tell, like, I can't even do, like, on this photo, sorry, got a pen in my mouth. On this photo, you can see there's little people. We get rid of this photo. Mine where there isn't. Now, this is what I'll be drawing, and I'm going to show you guys that this is what I'm drawing next. This bus here. So that's what this is here. So you guys can see, I've got to draw that on here. Now, as you can see, the detail is lost in this one because it's like moving. The same as this one, it's more detailed than this one. Now, doing a paint like this, with the size I'm doing it, I won't get as much detail as I can on here. But I can get detail to a fine point with 0.1 fine line. Now, it's not as easy, as you can tell, this fine liner is a pretty small fine liner. So we are going to have to try our best to get as much detail as possible without ruining the piece. Now, as well as that, if we look at this piece full screen quickly, you can see we've got that bit in the background over there. You can see that there's that, and you can see on the bridge there's this thing here. Yeah, that's not easy to do either. So you can see that there, and you can see this stuff here. Yeah, these are going to be harder to do because I've got more detail. So this is what's going to take the most time. And then if you look up on top there as well, you got most time. That's why we bring in this thing, some magnifying glass, and we will use that to get the best details as possible on the bus. Right, so we're going to get on with this now. So let's turn off this big screen, put this on big screen, and let's start painting the rest. Painting, let's start fine lining. So this is only one live stream. We'll do another live stream tomorrow after we've done this. There'll be another live stream tomorrow of us painting it. We got to give ourselves enough time for this to kind of settle, and I can think about it and come back and see if anything I missed. Only thing I can redraw. So you can see, I'm sorry about the camera shaking. That's better than we can get it. Now this bit is going to be the hardest because you can tell. Not close to the camera. This bit is where we've got to do the detail on here. You can see that is that's the bit we've got to do detail. It's gonna be fun. Okay, so this is what we will be drawing. There's a big delay. I do apologise for that. I don't know what the delay is all about.